Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs. So it's Stanley Cup Finals time. Montreal's in the Stanley Cup Finals. All right, so I'm going to give you my preview here for the Stanley Cup Finals. Montreal versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's due to start on Monday, the 28th. That's 8 p.m. Eastern time, in case, depending on where you are. So I'm going to take a look at a bunch of different things. We'll go over everything, and in the end, I'm going to give you my prediction for this series. No, I don't want to jinx anything, but I will give you my prediction for the series, and let's get right into it. So Montreal was 24-21-11 with 59 points, and they were fourth in their division during the regular season. Tampa Bay was 36-17-3, and they had 75 points, so that's 16 points more than Montreal. And they were third in their division, which was a bit of a surprise. They are the defending Stanley Cup champions. And I know Montreal was the 16th place team as far as in the playoff standings, but they actually finished in 18th place. I believe Philadelphia, I'm not sure, maybe Rangers, somebody else finished. Two teams that actually finished with more points that did not make the playoffs. So Montreal had, they're the underdog, and they're definitely an uphill battle to get there. Let's see. There's an interesting thing. I think it's Money Puck is a betting site, gives you percentages and whatever for betting. And before the season started, they had Montreal and Tampa Bay actually as the two most likely teams to be in the finals, with 6.4% for Tampa, 6.3% chance for Montreal, and these are the two teams that are in. So I think that's pretty incredible. All right, so Montreal got here by beating Toronto 4-3 in their first in the first round. After Montreal was down 3-1, looked like it was over, and they came back with their backs against the wall, and they haven't really looked back since at all. In each series, Montreal has been picked to lose, basically in a sweep by almost everybody, but definitely to lose within 6 games. And so far, everyone's been wrong. I had them for Toronto. I did have them beating Toronto in 7. It's what happened. After that, I thought there's a good chance, but I didn't actually go right out and pretty much say it. I think with Vegas, though, I said in 7, they won in 6. With the Jets, I wasn't sure. Anyway, so against Winnipeg, 4-0, so they swept Winnipeg. And I think it was they were one of the first or 3 teams or something to have been down 3-1 in one round and then sweep a team in the next round. Montreal beat Vegas Golden Knights. It's not VG, it's VGK, Rick. 4-2, and that just happened. So they're 12-5. Tampa Bay versus Florida, 4-2. Versus Carolina, 4-1. That's in round 2, and in round 3 that just happened, 4-3 versus the Islanders. Tough fought out series. So they're 12-6. In one of those games, got to remember, one of those games they beat, I think, the Islanders 8-0. Keep that in mind, because they have played one more game than Montreal. They were the 3rd place team. Montreal 4th place. Montreal in winning percentage, or I don't know if points percentage makes a difference in winning percentage, but they were number 1 in the playoffs with us sitting right now with a 706 winning percentage or points percentage, and Tampa Bay 2nd with a 667. Just to mention. All the first place teams in the divisions are out, and the first overall team was Vegas Golden Knights. Montreal just took them out. So they're all out. It's 4th and 3rd place in their divisions. Goals for Montreal, 43. Tampa, 58. Goals against, Montreal, 37. Tampa Bay, 37. So goals, Montreal's 4th and then 13th. Tampa's 1st and 14th. They got the same amount of goals. I don't know why it's 13th and 14th, but it is. Now think about what I said here. 8-0. And they played one more game than Montreal. Take that game away, that one extra game, make it the 8-0 game, and now the goals become 43-50 and 37-37. Point is only in that they aren't as far apart maybe as you think. So going into this series, the offense and the defense are pretty damn close. But considering the numbers, I give Tampa Bay the advantage for goal scoring. As far as goals against, obviously even. Goals for per game, 3.22 for Tampa, 2.53 for Montreal. It's an advantage to Tampa. But if you take away those 8 goals, again, you're looking at 2.7 something for Tampa. So not that much difference, but the numbers are what they are. I'm going to give it to Tampa. Goals against per game, 2.18 for Montreal, third. 2.06 for Tampa, second. So wash. For me, that's even. Power play percentage, a respectable 20.9% for Montreal. So the power play is doing well. 7th place. And then a ridiculous 37.7% for Tampa. So totally the opposite of what Montreal has faced, where this is a really successful power play. But remember, they're going up. And by the way, that's a second overall. So I don't know who was first. They're going up against the first overall PK unit, 93.5%. Again, another ridiculous number. That's for Montreal. And then another respectable number for Tampa in 83% on the PK for 4th. Montreal has 30 kills in a row. So remember that. They're on 30 straight kills. So it's just an amazing, amazing thing. So on the power play, you got to give it to Tampa, penalty kill advantage to Montreal. And then face-off win percentage, and it's going to surprise you, for me, Montreal's got 49.2%. That's been where they've pretty much been the whole playoffs at 9%. But Tampa, I don't know why, but I would have thought it'd be better, 47.7%. So they're behind. One of the rare times it's a team that's behind Montreal for 11th. So if you add up the advantage, so it's an advantage Montreal. If you add up who's got what, it's 3-2 in advantages for Tampa. It's not a big... So Tampa, to me, isn't this, oh, wow, they're going to kill Montreal and all that. I don't know. I think these teams are maybe better matched than people might think. Top scorers for each team. Toffoli for Montreal, 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 goals. 2 of them are game winners. Nick Suzuki, 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points, 1 game winner. He also has 20 points in... It's 26 games, maybe 27 games now in the playoffs, and 20 points. I mean, the kid has put up some points. He's a playoff performer. A lot of the guys on the Habs just Bergevin got guys that step up in the playoffs, and it's true. Cole Caulfield, who we don't know, but it seems to be right in his first playoffs, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points, no game winners, and Corey Perry, 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points with a game-winning goal there. On the other side, Kucherov, 5 goals, 22 assists, 27 points. He played last night, and I would expect he's going to play in Game 1. Braden Point, he had a 9-game goal-scoring streak that was snapped in Game 7. 14 goals, 6 assists, 20 points, 3 game winners there. Alex Killorn, who I was saying we need him on the Habs, 8 goals, 9 assists, 17 points. He's a guy that steps up in the playoffs because that's higher production than his regular season. And Steven Stamkos, 7 goals, 10 assists, 17 points, 2 game winners. People are asking why is Stamkos on the third line. In my opinion, it's probably mostly to limit his ice time with his injuries in the back, to keep him playing, keep him contributing, and not playing as many minutes. He's on the third line. I think that's what it's for. If you know more, let me know in the comment section, but I'm assuming here that's what it's for. Goaltending. Carey Price, 12-5, 202 goals against and a .934 save percentage. Andrei Vasilevsky, 12-6, 199 goals against and a .936 save percentage. So virtually the same. Another goaltending duo with 2 goalies with very similar numbers. It's going to be an amazing series. Vasilevsky also 4 straight series clinching shutouts. So the 3 this season, shutouts in the series clinching game, and I guess in the Stanley Cup final of last year, it was a shutout in the cup winning game. Okay, so these are some of my thoughts on how it's going to go. Oh, I also wanted to say, there's some stats, more stats. Scoring, Montreal and Tampa Bay. First period, Montreal, 14 goals to 4 against. Tampa, 15-6 against. Second period, Montreal scores 14 and gave up 16. Tampa, 26 and gave up 17. So second period, we got to hope and pray through the second period because it's not Montreal's typically best period. Third period, Montreal wasn't any better, actually. 10 goals for, 16 against. Tampa, 17 goals for, 11 against. Now, in overtime, flip that around. Montreal, 5 overtime wins against 1 overtime loss. So that's obviously 5-1. And Tampa has not won in the overtime in the playoffs. 0-3. So this could be interesting. If Montreal can get them to overtime, they have a chance to win the game. More so, you got to think it's a better chance than Tampa, because Tampa's not performing apparently in the overtime, and Montreal has played twice as many games and has 5 wins. So Montreal, get them to the overtime. Leading after, okay, so if they're leading, Montreal, if they're leading after the first, they're 6-2. If they're leading after the second, they're 8-1. Tampa, if they're leading after the first, they're 7-0. If they're leading after the second, they're 12-2. If they're trailing after the second, neither team has won. So Montreal's 0-4, trailing after the second, going into the third, and Tampa is 0-3. So this is interesting. Will one of the teams end up wanting to win if that's the situation? In my opinion, Montreal needs a split in Tampa, and they got to keep the scoring down. I think it's really important to get a split over there. It's not that it's going to be over if they don't, but I mean, it's going to make their jobs a lot easier if they can get a split over there. And they can win both. Wow. Let's go to what I think over here. Habs aren't lucky. They're not fluky. They've earned everything that they've gotten. Sure, they were not the best team going into these playoffs, and I know there were 2 other teams ahead of them in the points in the regular season standings, but Montreal has earned everything they've gotten. You can't take anything away from them. Habs have shut down the opposition's big guns all playoffs. Every single series, Habs have shut down the top 6 guys. So if they can keep doing that here, and it's going to be almost necessary to do that, it's going to give them a great chance. Habs 5-on-5 play, special teams play, playing as a 5-man unit, playoff prices, spectacular net minding, and etc. Because you can say, the veteran leadership, the way the young guys are playing, I mean, you could say a few other things, right? And that's brought Montreal to where they are. And to me, that's a force to be reckoned with. And if the Lightning are going to take them lightly, I think they're going to be making a mistake, and I don't think they're going to take them lightly. That mix of veteran leadership and youthful talent is working absolutely beautifully right now. This is a team. They play for each other, and these guys all love each other, and they're playing that way. And, that in itself is like, I don't know. It's like they don't have that elite scorer, and I know that, but the way everyone's playing and the way the scoring and everything's through the lineup, and it's like having that guy. Hard work ethic. They have an amazing work ethic, and I'm sorry, but it's second to no other team in this playoffs. Maybe other teams work as hard, but nobody works harder than Montreal. My keys to winning, and they are over here. Like typical stuff that I always say, but it's really important here. Play a 60-minute game, and this time they got to play with patience. They got to play until openings happen, or they can knock that puck away, transition on the rush, get a goal, and that's their game. So they got to wait for their openings and take advantage on offense. And now I don't know if I'm 100% right here, but this is what I think. Use the 1-2-2 neutral zone forecheck that they have been using, and it has been used against them, but use that to control the neutral zone and limit the ability, Tampa's ability to penetrate the defensive zone and turn giveaways and turnovers into rushes and opportunities. In Montreal, they live off the rush and the turnover and transition. That's where they get most of their points, and they live off that. Forecheck hard and bang bodies, because that's what works. They've got a big team now, especially on defense, a lot bigger than they've ever had. I know there's still some smaller guys, I get it. But, they got to forecheck hard, bang the bodies, do some back checking, and just make it work. Active sticks to break up passes and plays. They've been amazing with those active sticks, just knocking passes away, knocking rushes, guys, set plays, whatever you want to call it, just knocking pucks away, getting in the way, getting their sticks in the way, plus getting in the way of the shooting lanes and the passing lanes in their own zone. And they're keeping the opposition to the perimeters, and they're not getting a lot of high danger chances. And I think in the Vegas Golden Knights series, Montreal had the most high danger chances by a lot. So their defense is working. It's working. They got to do the same thing. This is a high-powered offense that they're facing. They've got to do these things to this team. They got to win the center of the ice, like I just said, push them to the perimeters and limit those high-danger chances. So if they continue to play like this, like I'm talking about, like they're the underdogs. So right, this underdog team that almost everybody, and I bet you, I didn't look, but I bet you all the experts and all the pundits, unless they're smartening up, are picking Tampa Bay probably to sweep. Most of them in 4 or 5, the other one in 6, maybe in 7, and maybe the one here and there picking Montreal. But they're not careful. This underdog team, I don't know. I think that they got a good shot. I think they got a good shot to continue these winning ways. And all they needed 4 wins. We're down to the last 4 wins. Now the same is for Tampa. They only need 4 wins. But I think Montreal can. But I'm not going to count them out here. I didn't with Toronto. I wasn't sure with Winnipeg. And I did think that they would beat Vegas. Or I said they've got a good shot to beat Vegas. I thought in 7. Here, I think Montreal can win. I really do. So let's get to my prediction. What's my prediction? Let me know your prediction, by the way, in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Tampa or Montreal, and in how many games. I'm going to give you mine here. I think this series goes to 6 games. So I'm saying it's going to be 1 here in Montreal. I'm just going to cough for a sec. Sorry about that. I didn't want to do that into the microphone. So 6 games. I think it's won here in Montreal. They won against Vegas here in Montreal on St. Jean-Baptiste Day. It's not going to happen on Canada Day, but I think it happens in Montreal on Game 6, and I'm taking the Montreal Canadiens in 6. Montreal Canadiens in 6. Why doubt the team that's been just... All the doubters have been proven wrong. So there you go. There's my that's my preview for the upcoming Stanley Cup Finals. The first time a Canadian team's been in the finals since 2011 when it was the Vancouver Canucks. The first time potentially, because this potentially, the first time the Montreal Canadiens have a chance to win a cup in 28 years. It's been 28 years. So I don't know. I'm just super excited for this series. I hope you are too. And it's go Habs go. I believe in my team. I believe they can beat this Tampa Bay team. And just keep doing what they're doing. Carey Price doing what he's doing. Everybody playing for the brother on the side of them. The guy in front. The guy in back. And the goalie that's in net. And if they continue to do that, this team can get to the promised land. So I'm going Habs in 6. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Give a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe and ring that notifications bell if you haven't already. And you get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge right here at Talking Habs. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget, it starts on Monday night. I'll be doing my shows like normal. Hopefully you'll check that out. And I'll see you then. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. And I'll see you next one. Bye, everybody.